And welcome back to the Trustmark studios of the Gallo Show. All over the universe, we are here. And by the way, also is Mr. Joe Sanderson, CEO, Sanderson Farms. Good morning, sir. How are you?
I'm good, Paul. How are you doing?
I'm doing dandy. It's a Monday. Looking forward to the fall weather. Man, you talking about some pretty weather this week after we get by this funnel system.
Absolutely. It's going to be great for the golf tournament.
Would have been good for the spectators, but it is what it is.
I know. We're going to have our strongest field this year and beautiful weather, particularly when you compare it to last year when it was so hot. But the pandemic changes things, and the tour, and we were just concerned and afraid to gather up a lot of people in close proximity, and it is what it is this year.
Yeah, and when you look at the overall reason for it, too, is the major charity, the hospital. That's the last thing we needed is people getting sick from an event that is with that type of directives. So,
absolutely, we're taking every precaution. Everyone that comes on the grounds are tested, and there's a pro-am today, and all of them were tested yesterday, and fortunately, everyone, there were no positives.
Good.
We're thrilled.
What does the hole that has to be filled in here? Because I don't think people realize that a lot of money is made every single year, and that money is generated, and my God, the amount of money that you guys have put in on a personal basis, but it all goes into that hospital for these kids and their families, and that's a big hole to make up because there are a lot of people that attend these things on an annual basis.
It is. The money comes from multiple sources. The pro-ams generate funds. Ticket sales to spectators generate funds. The chalets that we have out on the course where a company will buy a chalet and then invite customers, they'll generate funds. And we're not going to have any of that this year. There'll be no spectators. There'll be no chalets. There'll be no merchandise or food and beverage sold. So we're selling masks this year in lieu of all of that to try to generate some funds for Children's Hospital. And you might have seen some of that on television. We just had a commercial on your show, and selling the mask.
Well, we also had a pretty good model in here a few moments. Our last guest was a pretty good model, or guest before last was in here in the studio and on our TV, and the model was Lieutenant Governor. He was wearing one of your masks. So,
oh, good. He was very gracious to participate in one of our commercials for the mask, and the governor was as well. But we're selling these masks. And people can get them by going to Sanderson Farms Championship.com, and we have the mask in adult and youth size. And in addition to that, we'd like for them to post a picture of themselves wearing the mask, and all of the proceeds from the mask will go to the Children's Hospital when we'll make that gift in January. And for the last, we've been able to give over $1 million a year to the hospital after the inaugural year since we took over. Yeah. And we hope to be able to do the same thing again this year.
Our friend Rick Looser was on with us on TV earlier this morning at 6:37 and said, I think there was a price cut at 50 masks or more.
I'm sure there is.
Yeah.
I really don't know that.
Well, we'd like to have somebody order like 5,000 of them if they possibly
that would
could.
Be great.
We got so many businesses out there. All you got to do is go to the Sanderson Farms Championship. It's easy to find, and place that order. And I think according to Rick, they as soon as you order them, they get them out the same day.
Yes, that's correct. They're easy to get, and it's going to help. It's going to help the hospital and the children. There are 175,000 children that go through Children's Hospital every year, and that's what this golf tournament's all about, and that's what these masks are all about, and families and children of Mississippi.
I think, in a way, I know they're not going to be the Christmas present, but think about this. On Halloween coming up, the kids could use that. They come in kid sizes. If no matter what your gift happens to be for Christmas, you can throw one of these things in. And I do think that they're tax deductible, too. If you're making a pretty good contribution there, it might be pretty good.
Absolutely. No doubt about that. Be a wonderful thing to give to your employees.
Tell me a little bit about what's going on at the hospital itself.
Well, you might have noticed driving by the hospital that they're about to complete a $180 million project, an addition to the hospital that's going to provide private NICU rooms, what they've never had. Mm-hmm. They've always had the babies. The neonatal intensive care unit's been an award. They're going to have new surgery rooms there, and they're going to have new imaging facilities there. They've always had to take the babies over to the big hospital to do MRIs and things like that. And actually next month, we think the hospital the new wing is going to open up. And it's been being built for 2 years now, and it's a dream come true.
Yeah, I've talked to some people. Everything's state of the art too. It's going to be it'll be amazing.
It is. It's just spectacular, and I remember seeing the blueprints, and we're well along the way to raising $100 million in philanthropy to pay for a good portion of that new addition. And people of Mississippi are just very, very generous, particularly when it comes to helping their neighbors and the families and the children of this state.
Well, and as you said, and I just kind of want to reiterate that 175,000 average that come to that facility are from every county in the state of Mississippi.
That's correct.
Well,
every year.
Look, get the mask, go there, do it. We need some of you big corporations to make some pretty big chunks. According to Rick, a lot of the early ons are people buying 2 to 4 to 5, and they've already bought over 4,000. But we need 140,000 or more. We want to put and they're made in Mississippi, by the way. So get them. To you, sir, thank you. God bless your commitment to these kids and this effort. It has been an amazing thing.
Well, normally this our tournament generates $25 million economic impact on the Jackson area, and then provides much-needed funds for the hospital. And that's a good thing all around for our state, and it's a good thing for our company to do. So we're happy to do that. I
think it's going to be kind of weird because people will be able to watch this. I think the televised part on it is Thursday.
It's Thursday. It'll be televised on the Golf Channel Thursday through Sunday.
Thursday through Sunday, and I think it starts in the afternoons, or is it a little afternoon?
Yeah,
so
it'll be in the afternoon.
If you're living in the neighborhood, you can't go over there, but you can watch it. You might look out the window and see some of it, but you can watch it on the television a lot better. So
yes, it'll be on television.
We're going to miss being there this year because it's become kind of a tradition for us, and we'll miss seeing all the guys and everybody else. But maybe next year.
Absolutely. We'll look forward to next year.
You got it. Thank you, sir. Appreciate it. And again, God bless your service. We appreciate it, sir.
Thank you, Paul. I appreciate it.
You got it. Joe Sanderson, CEO, Sanderson Farms. Latest COVID